against this team. So very far of it, really upset. Yeah, we had a reaction. I hate reaction. I like action, and especially we want to be there winning trophies. You're going to be a moment that you win it or you don't, and when you don't, after you have to play another one that you have been working for 9 months, and that's here today. And if you cannot win, you have to be the best of the rest. And I was really, really upset.
Does that make up for it, Mikel? I mean, the reaction, does that make up for it?
I think it makes it worse because, I mean, you miss half of the team again, and we've done it for 9 months. And you're going to still, after 2-0 at Anfield, that any other team will do what we play the way that we play, come back, maybe should have won it, and at the end maybe lose it again for something that was in our hands, for sure, and having to play for the 6th time in the season with 10 men. So you want to really win it, the consistency level for 95 minutes, and I don't like to talk about the players that are not here and the excuses. Disappointed.
And the sending off?
I haven't seen it on TV, to be fair. I know that Mikel goes to the ball and he gets a little bit pushed, and after reacts, it looks like he touches him, and he made the decision, so that's it.
Got Sam from Telegraph here.
I know you don't want to talk about the players who aren't here, but you are running out of players a bit now.
I know, but whatever, if that happens after 70, 80, 90 minutes, I understand. The first 25 minutes, and certain things that we haven't done, ball goes out of play, we don't react. That's after 1 minute, 5, 10, and 95. Especially you want to win at Anfield, because you know in one moment you lose the ball or you lose the game. That's it, done.
Is that psychological, do you think? Because they know on a Wednesday they not want the championship?
But psychologically what it could happen is maybe it doesn't happen, and after 60, 70, 80, 90 minutes we die. Because we have players on that pitch today that shouldn't be in that pitch. I will understand it more, but when I see that reaction and it's there, when you need a certain amount of fire. That's on me. That's my responsibility, and what I saw in the first 25 minutes, 30 minutes, some of the actions, I was killing myself. Sorry with the words that I use.
Are Rice and Timber okay?
Was that?
Rice and
No.
Timber.
No, and Jurgen, we brought him to see if today he was better, but he was very clear that he's not fit to play.
Simon?
On that reaction, how did you get that reaction? Was it sort of shouting at half-time? How did you get the change?
Whatever happens in that dressing room, he's going to stay there. I mean, he couldn't be much worse, you know. He could be, but because this is football, but or they could be more effective. But thankfully, we did in the second half what we are capable of doing. Understanding as well a lot of the things that are against us at the moment.
So on that change you did make with Martinelli going through the middle, how important do you think that was, and how impressed were you in playing in that sort of central?
Especially when they have such a high line and they are so aggressive with that, and what Ben did as well, because Ben is in a stage where it is, and the way he tried today and he grew throughout the game was very, very impressive.
And finally, I think Jordan to the Athletic.
Yeah, just enough to come back in the second half. Did you want to send a message to Liverpool today to remind them that you'll be there fighting next season?
No, I think the message is to ourselves. I think it has to be about us.
And then you get a 5th and then 2 seconds. That is progress. No matter what. And let's not forget, they're up against Man City, one of the best Premier League sides ever.
But not this season.
But yes, and then Liverpool have stepped up. But it's very hard, and ask Gary about this. It's very hard to keep going and going and going again. People don't talk about if Salah was to get injured, if we talked about Van Dijk. When Van Dijk got injured this season, Liverpool didn't do exactly what they were supposed to do. You lose Gabriel, you lose Saka, you lose Havertz, you lose the spine of the team for big moves of the season. Of course, it's going to affect you. In terms of the next step, I think next season now, there's no excuses. When you talk about bringing a striker in, Osimhen's gone to Galatasaray on loan. Why couldn't even come to Arsenal? I just thought there was short up front, and throughout the season, you know, it played dividend that they couldn't get it over the line.
How convinced are you, Gary, that Arsenal under Mikel Arteta are on the right track?
Well, I think it's a great achievement to not win a trophy in 2025 for 5 years and still be the manager of a top club that isn't under pressure from us, from anybody in the football community, or even their Arsenal fan base. So I think that's an incredible achievement, because we thought those days were gone whereby you could basically have this type of patience being afforded to you.
So you think he should be under pressure?
No, I actually think it's a good thing that for 5 years to not win a trophy, ordinarily there would be a manager under pressure. I think that's significant in the sense that you think that there is progression. I'm glad that on Friday in his press conference he said we've gone backwards in the Premier League, because the first thing you have to do after the midweek, they tickled our backs a little bit for the last month with the Champions League, and it sort of took the heat off them a little bit in how bad they've been in the league, being 13, 14 points off Liverpool. 13, 14 points from where they were last season and the season before. But they've left themselves woefully short up top, and they still haven't got a player in midfield from deep who can receive the ball on the back foot, and Zubimendi we think may come to Arsenal. They've got to deal with that. Partey's not great at it. Declan Rice was proven in the first leg against PSG. He's not great at it. He's better going forward. So those two key positions, they need two forwards and they need another midfield player. But the forward part of it, they signed one striker in 7 seasons as a football club. I know I've been arguing this all season. It's ridiculous that they've left Mikel Arteta, or Mikel Arteta has left himself, so short. They spent £750 million and signed one striker in that time, and that is not good enough.
So if you I mean, it's obvious to everyone when you look at the situation they're in right now about the striker, and I'm sure they'll rectify that in the summer and bring someone in. But were you saying this at the start of the season?
A striker?
Yeah.
I thought they should have brought a striker in. Of course they should have brought a striker. So you're
no
in
problem.
March. You said they shouldn't bring a striker in March.
No, well, there's no transfer window in March.
You said that they shouldn't bring a striker. It wasn't a striker, wasn't the problem.
No. So why did you tip them for the league at the start of the season?
I thought they would step up this year.
You just said they were short of a striker. No,
of course.
You tipped them for the league at the start of the season. So don't now talk about because they've had injuries up front. They need a striker.
The season starts.
They might need a striker. The point I'm trying to make is, if you tip someone for the league, you can't then say halfway through the season or at the end of the season he should have bought a striker. What was Arteta doing?
Let me finish.
You tipped them for the title.
Right. On August the 15th.
Yes, you tipped them for the title.
There's 3 weeks left of the transfer window.
Oh.
I thought they would also get a striker in January, and they didn't. Who? Oh my God, that's like saying who did? Villa got 2. Villa got 2 or 3.
Okay.
Villa got 2 or 3. So Villa got 2 or 3. Are they not allowed to get a striker in
Whatever
January?
he wants, but who was the name that he said?
I thought Arsenal.
You tipped Arsenal for the titles. Don't say now. Mikel Arteta made a mistake about the striker.
Oh my God, Cara, last summer everyone was saying, Arsenal's fan base had been saying they need a striker for 2 3. And me, I think Arsenal would have won the league this year. I'm hugely disappointed in Arsenal this season not winning the league. I thought they should have been there this season. Nothing to do with Liverpool. Liverpool have done absolutely fantastically well. It's not Liverpool's problem, but Arsenal should be closer to them, and they've gone backwards. And they should have added a striker last year in the transfer window, and they didn't do it. I've been saying that for 2 years, 3 years, Cara, so it's not a case of just saying it now. They should have got a striker in their squad.
Michael, do you think second place is significant for Arsenal? Because that might not happen. That's not a guarantee.
Yeah, they can't let the season fizzle out, of course. You want to finish as high up the table as possible. I think Gary's got a point. I think Arsenal are thinking after the 2 previous seasons that they'll go on and win it this year. Liverpool have gone
84 points, 89 points. Now this big drop-off.
But every season is different. You know, when we won the league in 2000, we thought next year we'd win it again. We thought that was that, and we didn't. It took us, another year after that to win the league again. Sometimes that just happens. But I think the wider point on a striker, Arsenal need a striker. And you don't have to be Jamie Carragher Monday Night Football to realise that.
1 in 7 years.
And you still